there was a case that involved Lilian Wanjiku Manegene, which I believe is you.
Yes.
Versus Kimunge Limited.
Yes.
On a bounce check.
Yes.
That you provided.
Yeah.
Can you please tell this honorable panel how that case went and whether it was resolved thereafter?
That involved a business that we were doing with a friend, and we were unable to agree at the point where we were not able to make a lot of money. We were not able to make money from it, so the person demanded that they needed their capital back. So, of course, we had a disagreement on how that was to be handled. I had the checks were supposed to give authority or to give this person the comfort that we will be able to do this business and be able to get our money back. But at the point where now the person decides to pull out and we did not agree, then I believe in the justice system. So that matter was forwarded to the court for it to be decided by the court, and the decision was done, and I followed what the court guided.
What did the court guide?
The court guided that I was to refund the money that the person had put into the business. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah.
So you issued a dishonored check?
Like I said, the issue was not the dishonored check. The check was not supposed to have been used for that purpose, because at that time we already had a disagreement on how to handle the business as it was. So the best possible way was I had given this check as for this person to have comfort about the business that we were getting into. So when we had a disagreement, without my knowledge, that check was deposited. So, of course, at the time it was deposited, if you don't have money, it will definitely be dishonored if there was no money in the account. But we still didn't agree on the system of refunding, because if we are getting into a business, we all know the risks that are involved. So the matter was referred to the justice system. It was ordered that I should refund that money, which I have done according to the court's judgments.
And there were no other safeguards you could provide as an advocate of the High Court to your partner other than a guarantee of a check?
That was the agreement that was there, and this had nothing to do with the legal process. It was a business that we were doing off the legal business.
So you agreed to guarantee by placing a check?
Yes, because it's me who had started the business earlier, so we want someone to put in some money. We've agreed you put, but that is the guarantee I put. But at the time they chose to have that deposited, I was not aware of it. But it was still disputed as to whether I disputed the fact that it is our business. If it's not doing well, then we should do it until such time when it is doing well for us to get our funds. But I believe in the process of the court. We went to the court made a determination, which I agreed with.
So provision of a check was a dishonest approach to this business?
It was by agreement of parties.
Yeah, but there was no money in the bank.
You see, that was supposed to be like I would give you my title and tell you, in the event that I'm not able we are not able to succeed, then you can come back you can come back and use that title as a security or logbook. So, but at the time we get to that point, then there's a process through which you do that. So there was no specific dating on that check that it would be paid on that specific date. It was supposed to be security. In the event this business goes like this and you feel that you want to pull out, then you would inform me, and then I would ensure there are funds available. But I disagreed as to the point where we were saying that it is our business and it wasn't doing so well. So we resorted to the court process.
And the court found you to be on the wrong?
Yes.
Okay, Prof.
Thank you, Wanjiku. I would just...
And just to, Chair, just to state that that was through a civil process.
Yes, I know it's civil.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. Wanjiku, I would just like to follow from where Bore and the Chair have left, because you know the country is looking for a chair who has the highest form of integrity. A candidate told us here that he should be like Caesar's wife. Unblemished. The chair has asked you successive questions on this check. I want to follow up. Did it have a date? Did it have an amount? Those two.
It had an amount, but it didn't have a date.
It didn't have a date.
Yes.
So it is Kimungi who put the date.
Yes, at the time it was taken to the bank. Yes.
Was that the agreement? What was the agreement? That
The argument was we are a dispute as to whether at that specific time, then I should be able to refund the money. But then, rather than us coming to a conclusion on it, took the check that was there as security and chose deposit it.
Just make me understand. Why would, let's assume I'm Kimungi. I'm in an agreement with you. And we have agreed that in case of anything, A, B, and C, why would I have to hold the check without a date? Why would it be that at the time that we need to sort it out, you would then issue me the check unless you are going to be out of the country? Just make me understand. It's just,
Like
I just want to see the logic.
It's more like you would give a logbook to
Yes.
someone
Yes.
with as security.
Yes.
We are doing this together. If in the event that there are issues that happen, then I'll be able to use that logbook to be able to claim back my money. So at the time when you decide now, this person, we are not able to do this business together, then that person, the best that would have happened is rather than have that check deposited, is come back to me, or we come to a compromise where we say, I am not going to be a member of this business, give me back the money that I put in. And actually, if you look at it, it wasn't just the amount that was in the check. It was more than that. I had already given back some of it because at that time the business was making,
Very well, very well. I've heard you.
Yes. So it was not through a dishonest system on my part to be able to do that. It is that it was done without my knowledge, first of all. Because if you deposit a check and I don't know about it, I would expect you to tell me you are depositing so that I also ensure if it's moving money from another account to that one or it's moving money from wherever, then it is there and it doesn't become dishonored. But for me, I feel that that should have been handled in a better way.
Was there a written agreement to that effect?
No.
Yeah, that's
it was
why,
a gentleman's agreement.
That's why I was telling you, let's leave it, because the more you go, then the more I interrogate, because the way you're explaining it, if there was a written agreement, then we would say that he breached that agreement. But you are saying that there was no agreement written to that effect. So let's leave it to rest there.
Yeah.
You